Hi guys, I'm ZB37 and I just wanted to say Happy Christmas all you guys out there. Probably going to be the day after Christmas when this is uploaded, but so what. Anyway, I just thought that it would be a good time to do my second part of my ZB37 how to use video, or MG37T how to use video. So let's get started. I just want to apologise for the mess by me. It's just straight after Christmas, Christmas Day. Anyway, so first off, make sure that you have your leg part of the tripod up. Make sure that you have the bit that twists around. Make sure you have the bit that juts out facing towards you. Take your ZB37T or ZB37 or MG37T. Lift it up. Make sure you have removed the retaining pin almost fully. And then lift it up. Make sure you place each of these teeth here either side of the jutting out part, like so. Place it down like that. Grab onto the top handle so it's supported. Give it a good whack on the retaining pin. Locks it in place, like so. Carry handle down. Then lift up handles into place for firing. Good, ready to go. It's quite a wide arc of fire. Those elevations down there, but you wouldn't really be having to fire down there if it's in this configuration, as you're really on top of a bunker, which you'd probably be unlikely to use. I have seen it used in this configuration out in the open, but that was with some fell gendarmerie, and they might have been training, I'm not sure, or they could have actually been almost in like just a kind of like a posing photograph in their position. Anyway, so yep, got quite high traverse up to, is up to there, and you probably wouldn't be firing up to there because you've got the rest of the tripod in the way, unless you were possibly in a dug in position. Even then it would probably be very unlikely. Yeah, quite maneuverable. You can do it very fast, incredibly quick. I think the grip, even though it's slightly funky, it's actually quite well designed for quick maneuverability. Because you've got two hands on the gun, it makes it a lot easier to move around. So that's that. And there's another way how you can have the tripod used for anti-aircraft mode. I'm going to try and do it to the best of my ability in the confines of being inside. So yeah, first off, handles up or grips up into carrying mode, carrying handle up, and then you're going to want to take your hammer or something strong, lift the gun up to about there, take your hammer, give the retaining pin a couple of whacks, should come through all the other up the other side. Take the weapon off. You could whack the retaining pin in. I'm not going to, just for the sake of the video. You just make sure you don't rest it on it. So that is that. I'll just move the camera down and you can see the rest of what I'm going to do now. So guys, what you need to do is make sure that all of the nuts that hold the legs together are all unscrewed, and so I've already loosened the other two. And then what you do is you lift it up like this, and make sure that you actually probably just secure the back ones just so they don't flap around, and make sure both of the legs are placed, both the front legs are placed like so. I tighten them up just a little bit just so they don't flap around. And then lower it down slowly like this, so your feet aren't in the way. That one needs to be tightened up enough. So it looks like this. Now these unscrew here and let the rear leg drop down like so. So it goes to there, top leg up like this, and tighten like so. So you should get something that looks a bit like that. So that is quite a firm position. It might not look firm, it's very, very sturdy because you've got 3 legs supporting it here, and you've got the front of the tripod there. So yeah, I'll move the camera up just so I can show you again how to fix the gun on. It's basically the same, but might as well show you. So again, I just want to reiterate, make sure that all the legs are secure. So they're not going to unscrew, because if they unscrew, you're screwed, because this whole thing is going to fall probably on top of your feet, and it's not going to be very nice. So take up the MG37T by the carrying handle again, use the legs, not your back, hold it like so. Make sure this part's facing towards you again. The bit that's kind of facing backwards, the bit that juts out past the pole, is facing towards you. So the retaining pin is out again on the MG37T bottom half, and then lift it up. You might want someone to help you with this. Place it on the weapon like so. Make sure it's all aligned. Might have this aligned properly. Whoops, daisy. Push it in. There you are, ready to go again. New setup. And obviously move out the arms like so. There you have it, set up for the second anti-aircraft defence role. So that is quite a good setup. I'm always quite wary, even though I know it's quite sturdy. Don't particularly trust it just because it looks reasonably unsturdy. So yeah, just works again, same elevation, apart from it's a lot easier to kind of handle. And so that is basically the end of the video in regards to that. Oh, and of course carrying handle down. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed, and that is basically the end. So yeah, just a little bit more info on the MG37T. Like I've said in the previous videos, designed by 2 Czechs at ZB37 Works. Anyway, it ended up in being produced by the CZ company, and yeah, it was produced really from 1937 to 38 by the Czechs. This is a Czech-made gun, my example is, and then Germans occupied the factories in 38. Germans got hold of all of these beauties and ended up in continuing to produce them. Any ones that had already been completed and passed out to the Czech military, they just, like with this one here, we stamped them, or we proofed them and sent them out to frontline units, or some frontline units, just depending wherever they needed them really. And the good thing about it was it took same 7.92 caliber round as MG34, K98, MG42, all that. However, it had a different belt, but you could possibly get away with it by taking a little small piece sitting inside out, like I showed you in the previous video, and that would fit an MG34 belt in it, kind of. But the big problem is that MG34 42s, all 42s, feed through that way, feeds that way, so it kind of wouldn't particularly work. So yep, that is basically that. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I've got a whole lot of new stuff for Christmas. I'll give you a kind of a quick show of what I got. So got this. It's an okay book. Guy gets some facts wrong, or the guys who wrote it get some facts wrong, such as they say the Ardennes offensive, the German plan relied on capturing Allied fuel dumps. That was wrong. Germans had no idea where the fuel dumps were in the Ardennes, and that is shown by the fact that Joachim Peiper missed the largest one at Stavelot by a mile. He went past it, and if it relied on them capturing it, boy, they would have probably known where it was. And also, the fact is that this was written probably about 10 years ago at least, possibly 20 years ago, so that information in it has changed. And also, there's in another book that I've read about the Battle of the Bulge. I can't remember the name of the book at the moment, but the guy who wrote it basically said that Germans had the fuel. It's just that they didn't manage to get it to the front line very well, because all of the roads were clogged up with mud and a bit messed up from Allied bombing, etc. So that's how they didn't manage to supply their frontline units very well. So if they had actually captured that Stavelot fuel dump, it would have been a lot better for the Germans in the offensive, because it would have meant a lot shorter supply routes. It would have meant that the units that were hampered by fuel shortages, especially the heavy Tiger units, would have been able to be resupplied with fuel. Good book though, I like it. Slight political spin on it as well, which is a bit nasty. Anyway, we'll get into that. Okay, book. I got this Player's Navy Cut, obviously used probably 30s or possibly wartime. Yeah, really like it. It's nice, it's got its paper lining still, and it's also got 140 that's been stamped, kind of transferred inside. Don't know whether you can see, probably not very well. Anyway, so that's that. Some more things I got was this, which is probably a Second World War period pocket watch. It might be a bit earlier, possibly post-war. I doubt it's post-war though, because just by the look of it. Interestingly, it doesn't have a seconds hand, it still ticks, if you can hear it there. So another awesome thing. I also got two Canteens, the late World War one, which was introduced after September 14, 1944, I believe, and then there's an early war one. This has got a 1936 date, and it's something like L and SL, and the lid is also matching, which is really awesome, because it's reasonably hard to find both of them. Second one here, like I said, instituted after 14th September, I think it was 44, and it's got the late production lid again, and it's also got a accompanying manufacturer's mark there. I'll see if I can focus the camera for you. No, I don't want to focus. Anyway, so yeah, no date on it. That probably means it's probably quite late war, not sure. Anyway, quite nice, love both of these, pretty awesome. Just got to find covers and harnesses for them, and then I'll be able to use some reenactments. I probably wouldn't want to use them though, because I heard they used lead for scenes of most water bowls during the war. So I might use them, I might not. I probably won't use this because this is some sort of sheet metal that's been lacquered. Another thing I got was this. This is a Bren mag. It's a Bren Mark 1 Star mag, which is interesting because I've never heard of a Bren Mark 1 Star. I don't know if you can see this, if the camera's going to focus or not. It says, see if I can get the camera's light on for you. But yeah, it's got the 1 star AM, which MA, sorry, and then there's the British broad arrow acceptance mark, and then on this side it's got same thing again, the 1 there, and there's AM, there's a broad arrow there, and there's that funny kind of two squares that form kind of like a star, which is interesting. Anyway, so that is basically that. Quite like that. I've also got a suitcase here. Still got some of the wrapping on. It's Globetrotter. It's made in Saxony. You might be able to see there. It says made in Saxony just underneath the Globetrotter thing. See if it's better on the other side. Yep, it's better on the other side. So yep, it's a German export for the British market, probably. Possibly the American, I doubt it though. Probably more likely the British. Inside's in quite good nick. Someone's added this, don't particularly matter. It's got this bit here, which is just to protect the weak stuff underneath. Don't know where you can see that. So that is that. I really love this. Pretty awesome. So, yep, they're just some of the things that I got, and I thought I'd share them with you guys. I also got some other new things. You might have seen I got this Iron Cross, wearing that. Iron Cross Second Class First World War. I got that in this modern reproduction Mary box. I'll turn the camera's light off. Yeah, it's a modern reproduction Mary box this, and so yeah, modern reproduction Mary box. You can tell obviously not clear features at all. Also stuff scribbled out. I heard that, I think it was in 2014, they were producing reproduction ones. I think it was a short period company maybe, or something like that, and they put chocolate in it, and they kind of like a reproduction First World War one that you could buy. And inside that I had a couple of other medals, just like reproduction medals. I had got a couple of miniatures, Second World War medals. Yeah, in it I just got like a, I think this is like a miniature document tube. I'm not sure if it is or isn't. Inside it's got down at the end you can see a little bit of a shiny thing. That shiny bit at the end is where there's rust, and then in the centre part where you see the shine, that was where I think there's been a document curled up in there. Quite interesting. Miniature thing, possibly for pills, possibly for pencils, not sure. I've got this, which is possibly another thing for pills, possibly another thing for pencils. It says Orlick on it there. And then I've got this, which is a 1909 London, Birmingham, I think it is. Got a little piece of paper in here. Can't find it. Anyway, I think it's a Birmingham 1909 hallmarked silver Vesta. Hallmark is on this side here. And so, yeah, I can't remember. I think it's something like Robert Parker and Sons, something like that. Anyway, pretty interesting. So yeah, they're just a few things that I got and thought you guys would want to know. And yeah, that's basically the end of the video. I just want to add one more thing. When you're taking this down, make sure always put the handles up on it, then pull pin after you've lifted up. So handles up, this handle up, then make sure you've got a good hold of it. Possibly get a friend to help you with this, because this is quite heavy. Get someone to whack that through. Once it's through, lift it off, place it down somewhere safe, then start unscrewing it. Do not do the retarded thing, which would be just start twisting, because obviously start doing that, this entire thing is going to fall on top of you. That'd just be really stupid. So yeah, that's basically that. There's one other thing I got which is new, which is this. It is a Zeiss Icon Knitter 515-2 camera. This is a pre-war one. This is probably a pre-war Belgian case, because it says on the buckle BEV, short for beverage, which is French for patent. It says SGDG next to that, and then it says foreign patents, foreign patents. So that could mean it was destined for the British market, and somehow it's managed to get a German camera, pre-war camera in it, which makes me think it possibly, I'm probably wishful thinking, it could have been picked up by a German during the early part of the war. Might not have been, because these two could have just been chucked together by the antique seller who sold them to me. So how it works is you press this, automatically flicks open like that, and then this is the button that you use to take the photographs. Lift this up, that is the viewfinder. It's all in good nick. And then here you might be able to see there's a little arm, and when you press this button here, it has an arm which moves it up and takes a photograph. So that's that. It looks like it probably will still work. A little bit damage to the accordion style thing here. I know it's probably made after 1937. It's got a Telmar lens, which means it's pre-war, or possibly just beginning of the war. So that is that. It opens up by basically pressing this up. Out it comes. There's the back, nothing in there. Zeiss Icon film, stamped there. Photo Kino, Quebec, Solingen, that's how you meant to say it. And then you'd have your film here, and it would go over here and go around this reel, and you obviously do this in black room, close it up, start taking photos with it. I believe I got told by a friend who knows quite a bit about German cameras all the time. He does Kriegsberichte impressions and stuff, quite into all this sort of stuff. Knows far more about this than me. He said that he's got that it would take 120mm film, and you'd be able to get 8 shots on one reel of 120mm film. So I'm going to try and do that. That'd be pretty awesome, and hopefully it'll work. Not going to say it will, not going to say it won't, just because I don't know. I think this might be a little thing at the back for possibly viewing what photos you've just taken. Not sure. When you pull this bit back, it reveals like a little red thing, and I suppose the red light won't destroy the film. So that is basically that. And yeah, hope you guys enjoy the video, and comment, rate, subscribe. Bye, and have a happy Christmas and a happy New Year.